Alright, hopefully my microphone's working here. It is. Okay. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome to the stream of the third part of the Grease Monkey stream. We're hanging out, doing some art in Blender, finishing this off. If you haven't watched the first two parts, basically it's just the process of creating this this artwork using some 3D assets that I got from different websites, and you know, just making a composition that I think it looks nice and is nice. I'm gonna be completely and 100% honest. I'm very bored of this, and I'm pretty much over this this artwork. So we're just gonna cheat it. We're gonna finish a few more details, and then we're gonna move the camera because I need to fill out the bottom right if I wanted to keep it at this distance. But I'm pretty much done with this. I'm going to be starting another artwork somewhere in this stream because I am tired of looking at this. And ahoy, Ferd! Thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. Another week, another dollar. And yeah, we can start doing this. Honestly, I've worked on this artwork for way too long anyway. Back when I did this more consistently, well, hopefully I could do that now more consistent. These streams more consistently. I would just do it in one sitting, so about 4 hours, and then it's gone. I've already spent 2 sessions on this, which is about 8 hours. Which, like, if this was like not a stream and I was doing like an actual artwork, I would spend the time. But in these sort of quick fashions, like these quick iteration stuffs, if it takes too long, I get bored and I don't care anymore. Lose motivation. Yada, 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 right? So yeah. Also, let me make sure my stream's working, right? Let me see. Okay. I think it is. Hopefully, if anybody, I'm going to write in the chat just in case. Sometimes I can't tell if my microphone's working. Okay. Anyway, so here we are. Let's recap. Let's see what we've done. Let's see what it looks like so far, what we have, what my thoughts are, and how we're gonna cheat this so I can say it's done and I can move on with my life to another artwork that I have in mind. All right, let's take a gander here. So let me set this up real quick. So we got this cyberpunk gal. She's on a blue bike. I'm talking about things that I think need to be improved. I would definitely say it needs the road needs to look like it's more worn out. It needs the streak marks. There needs to be some smoke or some whatever. This is a nice dead space, but we just gotta. This is a large detail. We want to make this cut up into like a medium and large detail, so then we can get all the smaller details into the face and bring it in here. The drone in the back that's giving like this rim light to the bike is not reading as a drone. I would probably position it differently, and I may take out the drone entirely depending on the type of thing we're doing. The hair looks kind of cool. I like that it brings a lot of attention to her and her face and all that stuff. I like the light streak. It looks a little weird. I probably need to move it a bit, but it doesn't matter. Also, I'm going to be very lenient on what I care about because I want this to be done. So, we got the color purple fading in the back. We got the smaller details of the bike in the background. which is done very simply. Like if we just look at the top left here, you can see that it looks like a city has a lot. It's a cyberpunk kit bash city that assets that I have, and then for the smaller details, we just move some assets in the back to make it look a little good, a little realistic and stuff. So, yeah, and then we got the drone back here, which once again is not reading as a drone, but that's okay. And then, yeah, so basically what it needs is like some light streaks and blah blah blah. I'm not gonna do any of that. We're gonna cheat this. We're gonna move the camera. We're gonna compose this a little differently, because once again I'm bored. But yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Probably the only detail I'm gonna do or change is going to be her face, so we can give her some sort of expression. We'll give her an expression, and maybe we'll do some posts in the compositor. And then we're just gonna call it. I'm so ready for this to be done. So I think those are all the deets. Those are all my deets. Let me put on screencast keys. Make sure that you guys can see my keys for whoever wants to see what I'm pressing. There it is. Oops. Bam, bam. Beautiful. Okay. So yeah. So really the detail I'm gonna add is just the face. Just the face. Let's work on that. So I'm gonna put this on the top right as rendered. We're gonna work in this shaded, what is this mode called? I know all the buttons. Shading mode versus, oh no, this is called solid mode versus material preview. So we're gonna go into solid mode. We're gonna change the matte cap to be random colors, just so we could get some separation on stuff. I'm probably gonna split this up so I could do some zoom in. We'll go into material preview. Oops, wrong one. We'll put this one material preview. We'll put this one to a render. We'll hit home on both. We'll remove these bars because we don't need them. There we go. And then I'm able to then kind of zoom in on certain aspects as I work through it and stuff. So that should be good. All right, so let's just work through this and work through. So like I said, first thing I want to do is her arm is red, which is kind of cool, sticks out. But I think I might change her arm position so it doesn't fit the original reference, which is okay in my eyes. So I think the first thing I want to do is find the camera angle and then add an expression to the face, and then I'll call it. So let's find that camera angle. I'm going to go back into camera view using the numpad Z0. The numpad's a great thing to have when working on Blender, because that's how you control the perspective on the viewport. So, you know, hitting 1 is front, hitting 3 is right, I believe, and then hitting 7 is from above, and then hitting 0 gets you into the camera, and that's just some good stuff. That's why if like I was working on a laptop, I would want a numpad, but that's just me. Hopefully this music is coming through. We're gonna go with some classical music today. Okay. All right, let's move the camera. I'm gonna use the camera fly tool thing. So basically when you're in the camera view, if you hit shift and tilde, which is the button to the left of the one, we can move around, and that's nice. The viewport's a little slow for me, so what I'm going to do is go into solid view, and it's a lot faster. Is it rendering? What render? We have the Eevee render engine. That's good. Honestly, nothing else needs to change. Okay, so let's see what type of cameras we can get. I have the camera here. I have 2 cameras. We're gonna erase the one I'm not using. and then delete the other one I'm not using. Delete. And we're gonna call this camera main. Right here. Camera main. We'll copy that. And put that in there. Camera main, camera main. And I think we'll start off. We'll continue forward. Let's see if we can find another camera angle. I'm gonna scroll down. What's interesting, you can't see me scrolling. It doesn't actually mark that. So let's see if we can find a different angle where I can kind of cover up that dead space that we have there. You know, this looks kind of cool. What is my camera focusing on? Let's see, depth of field. Oh, camera focus. So if we bring back our stuff, it's probably on her eye. Let's see. Yep, there it is. It's on her eye. Let's make this a different shape. Maybe a square? No. What if we make the square really small? Yeah, we'll just leave it on the square. Or a cone, right? Nah, we'll do square. Cube, I mean. There we go. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right, let's find the angle. I think we've already are coming close. We can bring it in. I'm gonna bring a couple things here. Let me hit home. And let me take extras, bones. I'm gonna just leave extras on, take bones off. Extras is the lights that are being displayed. And I kind of wish that these guidelines were a little bit darker. Can we control that? Let's see. That's under camera. We'll go down. What are we? What sensor are we? Horizontal fit, 40 millimeter. Okay, 35 millimeter. Blah blah blah. Viewport display. That's not what I'm doing. Composition guides. Third, center, diagonal. I think we're good. So yeah, so let's see how we can cheat this, because I know I keep saying this, but I definitely just want to be done with this. I'm tired of looking at it. Too many hours I spent looking at it. All documented in the last 2 streams. 8. I don't look at it. I don't look at these project files in between streams. I literally close them at the end of the stream or whatever, and then I'm like, I don't look at them again, and I don't wanna. So let's keep that at 92. We'll take away the Dutch, and we'll see if we could do something fun. Maybe we'll keep the Dutch. We have the Dutch angle originally because it was fitting the reference image. So let's see if we can do something here where we can fill up the bike, give all the details, give the guiding lines that go up to her eyes, and just bring them up, you know, like, you know, maybe we'll put something in the foreground here, like on the ground, and that can speak to it. We kind of lose the buildings in the back, which is probably okay. And maybe I'll get rid of those signs. No, they probably work out. So let me see about some of this. See, I don't like this one because I'll have to add in the streaks and the smoke that I don't want to do right now. So we're not gonna do it. I think it's all right, but let me see if I'm streaming my screen. Okay, it is. There you go. Yeah, I definitely don't want to. This ground, it just doesn't look great, but it's okay. This light from that is like unmotivated, but it's kind of cool. I may take it off. I'm gonna take it off though, if it interferes. So yeah, I don't think we're gonna do a low angle. Let's keep looking. Let's keep looking for a shot. So we're gonna hit Shift tilde again, and we're gonna move it on up. I'm holding Shift, and then I scroll up if you want to move faster. We're just looking for a different angle. I don't want to show the ground anymore. But honestly, I just want to. I know I'm like repeating myself. I just want to be done with this. So. All right. So here we go. Let's try taking off the tilts. The Dutch, as some filmmakers would call it. Some people who went to film school and want to flex their knowledge about the things that they know about film. That's actually a Dutch shot. That's actually, in film history. All right, so, you know, this is an interesting shot. What I also think about is like if this was like a comic book or with comic book panels and stuff, I think about those type of shots too. So not all shots have to be like super, like you see everything or whatever. It's more of like the motivating factor. And honestly, what does the other side look like? Nothing, because there's no, I made it so there's no buildings on the other side. So that's interesting. We're gonna keep playing. We're gonna keep looking. We're gonna look for a camera angle. We're a photographer today on this particular project. I have it focusing right on her eye, so that's why the focus is like this. I could probably rotate, if I can find a good angle, I could probably rotate the city and fill out the background if I really wanted to, but you know, we'll keep going. I do like this one. I like playing with the diagonal. There's these things called, it's called, what the hell is it called? There's different types of ratios that you can do by cutting up a square. Obviously, there's the very low-hanging fruit that everybody loves to talk about, the golden ratio, 1.618. And yeah, that's a very easy one. I think that's what one of these are. Thirds, let's see, diagonals, rotation, triangle. Yeah, it's one of these. Anyway. So yeah, there's the golden ratio, which is cool and stuff, but like, I don't know, that's like super film school. And by super film school, I just mean, I'm just talking for myself, as in like, I've thought about the golden ratio since I was like 15, and I'm also over it. I'm moving on. The golden ratio is great, but there's a lot of different ways you can cut up a frame that have different ratios that can then work out and stuff. So I definitely like this because I don't have to fix the ground. I still have to do smoke, but I may just get over it. I may just move on with my life. We're gonna call this camera, instead of camera main, we'll call it camera 1. 00.000. I'll also rename the actual camera here. Scrolling up. This. Okay. So I like this one. We're gonna duplicate this camera and we're gonna look for another one. And we're gonna figure out another angle. So I duplicated the camera, nothing's happening, but I am moving the camera about. I right click it, so I kind of like cancel that out. So right now it's just the same place. I'm gonna choose this camera and I think it's Control 0. And we could tell what camera we're on if you have under the overlays, go to Object Extras. Nope, not Extras. Text Info. You can see what camera you're on. So if I click on, oh yeah, this is what's selected, not what camera you're on. But yeah, so I click on that camera. I'm on 01. Yeah. Oh, interesting statistics. So yeah, we're on camera 1. We're gonna move. So now if I move this camera, you'll see that I can then select camera.000, hit Control, hit 0, and then it flips me back to that camera. But that's not the camera we're going on. So we're gonna go back into this camera. For this one, I'm gonna be a little experimental, and by experimental I just mean I'm gonna try some different cameras here. You can, in the camera tab, you can set different camera sensors. There it is. That's the word. If you just click this button here, camera presets, and you can just choose a different one, like a 1-inch sensor, analog. And this basically just makes it so like a 35 millimeter is different looking in spatial relation to, you know, a, a analog Super 16 or 35 millimeter and stuff. So you definitely use those presets. I'm probably gonna just keep. I'll just pick one. It really doesn't matter because you're just. I'm looking for the look. We'll do the Red Dragon Helium. There we go, and you can see that it's a lot closer, even though we're still at 35 millimeters. And honestly, this looks nice too. You know, like if there was something going on up in the sky, like there was like a plane or something like following her, or like a jet of some sort, it could look cool. But we're gonna keep looking. What if we did something super wide and super distorted? So let's go in and we're gonna really add just some distortion on here, like her going off. This would look cool if her gun was like sticking up. So we got her bike. We're putting her a bit on the thirds there, and then we can probably put her arm up, and then that can fill up this space here, and it'll have what potentially I'm looking for in a shot. So I think this is another potential shot. So we're gonna duplicate this camera. We're gonna do another one. We're gonna hit Shift D. That'll duplicate it. I right click, so I cancel that. It's in the same place. I click on that camera, and then if I hit Control Zito, I am now in this camera's perspective. I don't know if there's any indicator what camera you're on. I mean, if anybody knows, please chime in. I thought it was this, but this has to do with the selection, not like the camera we're on. I don't think there's any indicators what camera we're looking through. Anywho, so cool. We did a super wide. Maybe there's another super wide, and then we're gonna do like a really up close one. So that's what we're gonna like move forward through. I made her arm red last stream. It was to stick out, but I'm probably gonna change that. It's a cool arm though. This could be a shot where like, yeah, we could see what she's looking at. See, this is just all adding work, right? Like if this could be a cool shot where it's like we're looking at what's attacking her. It could be like a bunch of other bikers or like another plane. It could be like a nice little panel, and then we could see it, and we could see the line here. And what I'm looking at is, you know, like this is a line coming from the corner going up, and it cuts through. I'll put on the camera diagonals right now. Diagonals. Nope. This one. I hate that you can barely see it. But anyway, there we go. We got the diagonals going through. So we have this diagonal that goes up through, crosses her spine. And then I would put something probably around starting here and then ending up in like this area. Wait, you can't see my mouse. Can you? Hold on. Hold on. I think you can't see my mouse. I'm gonna turn that on. At least I think so. There we go. Mouse is back. Man, were people just watching this without seeing my mouse? Insane. Anyway. Okay, my mouse is back. So yeah, I would probably get it from like this spot here and then move it over to that section there. So anyway, this is a cool shot. Not going to keep it because this will require more work because we'll have to add it. It's making her a secondary focus, and I don't have another focus. We can zoom up right on her clean cut here. Just kidding. Like these wides are like, you know, pretty wild. You see her face there. Yeah, once again, yeah, this is basically the shot I was doing before. You can like move through. And that's cool if you're doing like a shot and she was like continuing moving forward and stuff. So let's switch. So I got a wide already that can probably just be tweaked. And then let's do something like like a long focal length, we'll do like 100. And then we'll fly out. Scroll. You know, and this could be another cool shot, right? Where like there's something large behind her, where she's, you know, like a giant mech or something. And this can tell like its own little story. I would have her like right across the line here. You know, you could do something symmetrical. There could be a bunch of drones and stuff, which would be cool. But I'll have to add a bunch of stuff. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. What did I do? There we go. All right. Another shot would be cool is like if she was circling around. This will require the most work, adding a bunch of other stuff. She's circling around. There's like, you know, the ground's broken. We could split up the scene here. This is actually really great. Like, let me see if I can render it. Like this diagonal here cutting through, and then this diagonal, and then these lines, and then we have a leading line here. I think if I look at the ratios here, hold on, let me see. Yeah, you see it's cutting up the ratios from half. It's like I forget what ratio it's called. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm making more work for myself that I don't want to do. Anyway, this could be a cool shot too. You know, could be fun. It will just require a lot more work. And we're looking for the least amount of work right now, because all we want is to close this project file. Okay, so let's see how we can utilize what we have. You know, what we have going on. Yeah, the long focal length is a lot harder to work with, even though I do prefer a long focal length. I think it adds a je ne sais quoi. That's French for I'm pretentious. I'm just kidding. So, yeah, we're not doing 100. Let's do like a 50. Let's move in. Also, let me get out of rendered mode here. There we go. All right, let's just keep looking. Yeah, once again, this will look good if there's something diagonal to it. Like, the drone works kind of well, but like, you know, I don't, maybe if the drone was like huge and could fit in between this city, you know, or something. But looks all right. I think we're the way we're gonna cheat this and be done with this project is just finding a real close, something closer. Yeah, both of these I think will require, I think her gun. I think I found it with the second camera. So let's probably work with that one. This works too. I feel like we're just doing the same thing as the other camera, so I'm not sure. What I'm trying to do is cut the ground, because I don't, not for any artistic reasons, for efficiency and to finish this project, you know. And remember, a project is done when you say it's done. I could literally call it right now and be like, this is done, and move on with my life. And then I could be like, I finished projects. You know what I mean? Because you say it's done. But then if you're like, oh, but I don't feel like it's done, then yeah, then you're not done. But I get bored of stuff so easily. I'll call this done and move on with my life. Because what you end up doing is when you're making an artwork, when you're, you know, and this, I think this mentality, I think, comes from having to work using your skill sets in this type of stuff is that you can iterate forever, and most things are subjective. You know, when is it done? How is it done? There's plenty of stuff that I've seen in work and real life where I'm like, that's not done. But the client or whoever said is done because that's what they wanted. And it technically is done, right? So the level of done is really dependent on how you feel. And sometimes you can have an unhealthy viewpoint on what is done, because of your feelings. And making art, and I would say doing anything in life, but we'll talk about art since this is more of like an art channel. With anything in life, half, if not more, of the battle of doing stuff is you really grappling with yourself, and that's everything. It's just if you're not working on yourself, like how you think, your perspective, your feelings, your emotional currency, you know. You're gonna have a bad time learning and doing anything. This is kind of cool. Probably with less of the light stuff in the bottom. Usually, yeah, I wouldn't want to like have the tires touching the bottom or whatever, but once again, I don't care. Let's see if we can get that light again. There it is. Hit the tire. There we go. Actually, we're gonna keep this facing this way. It reads as a drone better, kinda. We're just gonna move the light that it's attached to. If you ever need to find something in the outliner, like you click this and you want to find it easily in the outliner, I'm like, where is that thing? Sometimes in the folder. If you just hit the period key on your numpad, it'll just bring you there, and then that's pretty GD easy. Okay, and then let's just move this spotlight. There we go. I just like it. You know what I mean? I like it. And this doesn't have to be a red light. It could be a different light, but like, we could change the light color. We could change it to blue. Change it to purple. Give it a little light. Doesn't matter. It doesn't show up when it's blue because it has to do with like the volume cube that I have there. So you know, that's what's going on. We'll keep it red. So yeah, I think this is cool. Let's look at all of them side by side. So let's switch this to the viewport. Let's switch this to a rendered. We'll switch this to rendered. We will hit home on all three. Oops, we'll go into the camera, hit home. Go into the camera, hit home. Wait. There. Yep, and then we're gonna switch the camera for each of these panels. And that's done in this, I think it's called the end panel. Chadana Weerabadana. Hello, good to see ya. Thanks for joining the stream. I butchered your name and I apologize. What was I doing? Okay, yeah, the view, we could set the camera that we could do it here. Let's see. Camera to view. Oh, local camera, there it is. We put the local camera, we'll put this one as the first one, so we'll do camera 000, and then we will do this one, we'll do view, we'll do local camera, and we'll do camera 001, and then we'll do this one, and we'll do the camera, type it in, camera 002. There we go. Now we're set. There, there, there. Okay. Okay, so now we're looking at all these side by side. Are we doing this right? Hold on, let's hit home, home, home. What is this? Oh, I see. Is it because of this? It's because of this. There it is. Okay. Okay, so we're looking at these, and I think out of the three, and once again, I can continue and look for more and more until all eternity and never finish this. So I'm just gonna limit myself to one of these three. I'm aiming for the one on the top, but I do like the one in the middle. I like it zoomed up. Has more of a focus on kind of her and whatever's happening. So, you know, if anybody has any opinions, leave it in the chat. But I'm going on off my feelings, so don't feel bad if I don't listen to it. All right, so bottom one, no good, no good. What is the bottom one? 002. Okay. Yeah, the bottom one could work if it was a little better here. Yeah, the reason I like the bottom one is, once again, it's adding a... Honestly, at a quick glance, it's hard to tell what's happening in the middle one. Good call. I like that, Ferd. So the middle one is absolutely right, because there's so much detail on that bike. Doesn't have a lot of room for your eyes to rest. And then there's details on her face. So I think the bike is competing also with her face in terms of detail and stuff. You know, if y'all have gone to art school, big, medium, small details and stuff. Very important for the composition of a shot. I do like the second one, just because I like how close the face is, but I think you're right. Let's see. So I think we're aiming for the top one then. I think we're aiming for the top one, but let's see if we could fix the middle one. There's a quick fix, I should say. Let's see if there's a quick fix. Yeah, as I zoom out, I'm just making the top shot, so it really is the same thing. Like, you know, and once again, we're revealing the ground, which would be totally okay if I wanted to continue working on this, which I do not. Because the ground is what gets me. There's just so much detail here, and then it goes into the ground and stuff. So, yeah, I think I'm aiming for the top one. There's not much else we can do. Like, we can't, like, let's see. Hold on, I'm gonna scroll and go much slower. You know, this could be cool. Hold on. Am I going underground now? I am. Okay. This could be cool if there was something going on behind her. Let's see. Maybe like, hold on. I'm going to duplicate that. Yeah, I think doing this diagonal is good. Let's see if we can do something with this. I don't know. I think if the building behind her, let's see if we can move the building behind her. Let's see if we got anything here. Am I in orthographic view? Gross. Okay, there you go. Let's get this building. Is it this building? Let's see. It is. Let's rotate the buildings. See if we have a better angle of this building now that we don't see where it connects on that first one. You know, this could be cool, like she's on the side of a build, like the building's kind of like highlighting her, breaking up the scene a bit better. Tipply-topply with buildings. Absolutely. We can have the building. I wonder if we could put the building in like some like unnatural position but works. Let's see if we could do that. Like, what if we did something like something crazy? Like, Like the building is sideways. Let's see. Oops, it's gone. How about an overhead shot? Yeah, let's change the. I'm gonna change the third camera and we'll look for an overhead. See if there's anything good there. Okay, we're not seeing anything. I think it's because I think there's a light attached to this. All right, that's enough playing around with that. The goal is to finish this. Okay. All right, so the bottom shot is camera 002. So let's go to that one. Here it is, and we'll do an overhead, maybe with like a. Yeah, the overhead is the only reason. Like, yeah, like it's good. I like it. It's just I don't want to work on the. I don't want to work on anything else. I don't want to work on the road. I don't want to add a separate. Like, what if we did overhead and like zoomed in? Well, what's the story you want to tell with the image? What's important? The bike or the girl? I think the girl, and that's why I think the first camera shot is good. You know. Also, Ferd, I don't know if you've been hearing me, like, just complain, just a complainy Sunday for me about just wanting to finish this. So we're just gonna find the quick fix. Like, what if we did something overhead, right? And it's like the helicopter's looking at her. No, overhead would be great. I just don't have anything on the ground to make it work. All right, so let's just delete this. And I think I am gonna do the first one. So we'll disable the second one. Keep it for now. And like I said, I want to call this so bad. I almost feel like just being like, this is it. But I wanna at least do a couple more things just to balance out this frame a bit. So we're in camera 1. If we zoom out a bit, maybe. All right, so let's figure out. Oh, excuse me. Good call. Pick one and stick with it. The support from Ferd. Don't let me lead you astray. Oh no, Ferd. I appreciate your input, and I appreciate the perspective. Because once you said that second one had you had trouble seeing what was happening, and I looked at it again, you were dead on. So don't feel like you have to hold back. I know when I'm led astray. All right, so we'll go to the asset browser. There's something I need to. Oh my God. Sweet mother of pearl. Okay. You think so? Blender crashed. Do you think there's like a recovery file? I don't want to do that. No, an autosave. Let's see. Oh no, it's today 608. 1608. That's not correct, right? 408. This is like 40 minutes ago, right? Let's see. Oh no, lame. I should have saved. pretty lame. Oh no. Okay, I think I can bring it back. I can bring it back. Once it finishes loading here. All right. Recovery last session, huh? Would that work, huh? This is not gonna do it, huh? It is not. Oops. Hold on a second. Oh no. Let's go back. All right, I think I could find it pretty quickly. All right. Let's let this thing load. Get the camera angle. See, this is just getting longer for me. So get the camera angle, save, move the arm, and then maybe work on the face a little bit, and then just move on. That's what we're gonna do. Let's plow through this. All right. All right. So we're gonna do that. We're gonna go here. We'll erase the camera. Okay, I think it's finished loading. I hope. We'll go to solid view. We'll go home. What are these emoji things on the YouTube chat? Does that appear in the chat for you, or I see it kind of like flickering on my end, but no idea how this works. All right, so we'll hit random, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's bring this camera back, yada, 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 yada. Okay, 35. I think I was at 50. I think I was at 50. Oh no, we're getting wider. I think it was 18. So we'll move in. Where we could see the bike. I think we took away the Dutch angle. There you go. Yeah, it kind of floats over the UI. It obscures text in longer lines. Yeah, it obscures my text too. Sometimes I'm trying to read the last word on something. It's just an interesting feature. Someone's having fun spamming it. Well, I appreciate the love. Who's ever pressing it. I'll check the analytics, which will give me your username. It'll give me your home address, your IP address, and then I'll hunt you down. I'm just kidding. It does not do that. Okay, so spam is a bit harsh. It was. I'll spam it too. Can you see when I press it? I'm pressing it right now. Who's ever watching, I hope I didn't scare them off. Okay, then I guess it doesn't work on my end to you guys. Hope I didn't scare anybody off. Alright, I think I was at a 50. We'll rotate on. We'll rotate. We'll go super Dutch. We'll go upside down. In this cyberpunk world, we view things upside down. The eyeballs are actually in reverse. That's the future. Upside down. Okay, so maybe a little. Maybe a little. Maybe a little bit. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to get her on the diagonal. We're also, now, this is what I'm sticking with. I'm saving, so I don't lose it. Now we're going to move this, we're going to start tweaking everything about this now. So I think the first thing I'll tweak is this trail, which I cannot see. So let's see if we can view it on top of everything. Is there like a viewport view where it shows you like it views on top, right? Viewport, visibility, viewport display, in front. Oh no, that displays the whole thing. I kind of just want to display the line. the curve that I am using. Oh well, that's fun. So let's see if we could fix this. And by fix, I just mean move. It's not broken. Yeah, maybe if it came down. Yeah, we're just trying to create some of these leading lines. The music app that I use has like different stations that are like supposedly like YouTube saved music, and the station that I used to use all the time is Lo-Fi, and they've been trying to get people to pay for that for a long time, which is I guess fine. But now they put Lo-Fi behind a paywall. Like I have to like they want you to pay for the premium to use it, and I don't wanna. So we're on a classical music station right now. It's probably hard to hear. Let me put it up. Maybe not. It's not playing anything right now, but it will. All right, now let's fix our hand. Oh, I just realized it puts the song name in the chat. That's funny. Which I guess I'm fine with. But by golly, I'm not going to pay $6 for it. I have enough subscriptions in my life. And I don't wanna. Ferd, what subscription services do you enjoy? Do you actually enjoy using? There was a piece before your crash where it sounded like a xylophone marimba piece they use in Akira. At least that's how it comes across. Yeah. There's actually quite a few classical songs where I'm like, oh, did a show that I watched use just a classical public domain song and just redo it? All right, we're just trying to move her hand up, like she's holding it up in the air, not pointing at the camera. More like... For subs, I use Apple Music, Netflix, Prime Video, Disney Plus. That's a good smattering. Is Apple Music good? Would you say it's like better than Spotify? Apple TV Plus. All right, we need our elbow to point down. It's hard to say. I'm not used to Spotify, so I can't really do a fair comparison. Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. I'm like imitating the bike. So if I get on a bike, we'll do a lean. We'll do one of these. We'll do one of these. Yeah, you'll see kind of like the side of the pinky. Another sub, quote unquote, I have is the Blender Studio sub. A Blender supporter in the chat. That's a good sub to have too. I don't know what they call it, but it lets you get extra stuff. Yeah, I think it's called like Blender Cloud or something. I don't know if they rebranded it. But it's like Blender Cloud, Blender something. Oh, this sucks. I'll have to fix her fingers if we're going to be showing it off like this. She's not holding the gun correctly. It was good before, but now it's like, I'll probably have to focus on it. Get this gun. No, I think this streak helps. Alright, let me undo everything. I feel like I'm making myself more work. We'll keep her hand down. Oh, the fancy, elegant shooting grip. Pinkies up. I put it on both hands. She has her pinkies up holding the gun, and then she has her pinky up holding the handlebar. It's just funny to me. It's where I derive my humor. I'm like, she's cyberpunk, but what if she a fancy gal? How civilized. Maybe her story is that she actually used to be a rich corpo who used to do these things, and now she's out here, pinkies up, shooting goons. All right, I'm gonna get this drone to do that little backlight on the wheel, and honestly, this feels like it's... How long have I been streaming? Hold on, let's see. Where's my stream number? I think it's already been too long. Oh my god, it's been 1 hour. Oh yeah, 52 minutes, yep. And I'm done. I'm done, Ferd. I can't handle this. I can't handle another 30 minutes. Where's my chat? There it is. Okay. 62 minutes! Okay. We're calling it. We're calling it soon. Okay, we'll keep the arm down. I don't like where her... I don't like quite a few things here, but I'm gonna pretend I like it. We're gonna move on. So here we go. Let's zoom up on this face, see if we can at least give her some sort of cooler expression. Let's see if this model has any like shape keys. That'll save me a lot of time. Nope. No shape keys, just for the arms and thighs and breast. That sucks. Right, like if we... Yep. We're just gonna move. We're just gonna... Let's see. I think her armature has... Oh, man. My final criticism is that given the current lighting, there's confusion to where I should focus on in the image. Let's see. What can I do? You're not wrong. Alright, let me get this backlight on the tire. I already have it. Squint at it and focus on the light and dark blobs. Okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. Let's do it on here. Let's go. I was hoping her hair would do that. There's just so much cyberpunky brightness in this. Yeah, the bike has a lot of detail. I'm squinting. I'm squinting. I might just call this a wash, but you're absolutely right. Except the handle for picking colors up aren't too similar. Know what I mean? Absolutely. I know exactly what you mean. I think I might call it. I'm gonna do the face. Oh man, we could do this endlessly too. Hold on. You're not wrong, Ferd. You're not wrong. Let's see if she has any. I learned that from another YouTube channel about character design. Bam. I was about to say, is it Bam? Because I think I remember that video. Have they posted anything recently? I don't think they have. Okay. I probably mentioned it before, way back. Oh, no, yeah, but I also know it just always stuck with me. Yes, a lot of stuff they said is really good stuff. Yeah, I'm definitely in the process of. Are these the layers? They are the layers. Here they are. Okay. Let's see if we could just give her a slightly angrier face. And honestly, Ferd, you're not wrong. I just think I'm like over this GD thing. We can give her a little kissy face. You know, she can go. It's always funny to mess with these. Here's a thought. What if the console of the bike lit up her face? I do have a light there already lighting up like the side of her face here. You can kind of see it on there. Maybe I can move it towards it or something. And maybe I could just make her hair not glow as well. All right, so let's do this. Let's make her mad. Boo, boo. She can look like she's up to something. Look like a JoJo character. Show the bottom of their teeth. Show the top of her teeth. She could have a snarl. Be like, "Nyeh." How about like a smirk? She could be like, let's just give her. Oh shoot, the Nightmare Parker would scare me for life. Thanks. She wants to know where you live. All right, let me. Let me just make her a little angrier. Bring her brows down. We'll bring her eyelids down a little bit. Nope, she's looking sleepy. Now she's looking suspicious, like, She's looking like, she's like, is my composition wrong? This is funny. Okay. We'll make her a little angrier. Let's take away some of these controls. Flare up her nose. Stretch out her face to all eternity. Give her like the hardest cheekbones ever. Okay. All right. See, I'm just killing time. I should just finish her face. We'll move on. Showing them teeth. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna call it. I think I'm done. I think I'm so over this. I'm so over this. Okay, we're gonna reset all this. Alt G, Alt R. We're fine. We'll give her a dead blankless face. What does this do? Oh, her chin? Okay, I think we're done. We're moving on. I've been back. I haven't touched Blender in quite a while. I feel guilty about it. Oh, don't feel guilty about it. Life happens. That's funny. I didn't, the last time I streamed, well, before these last month or so, I didn't stream for, I think it said 283 days. It's a long time. I use Blender occasionally at work. So luckily I get to touch Blender, but I think if my job was like something else, I wouldn't have touched Blender for 283 days. So don't feel bad. Life happens, but if you want to go back to it, of course you should. There's so much to do in Blender that sometimes it can be overwhelming as well. So, that happens. What if this? Let's see what it looks like without this bloom. The bloom is like pretty crazy. The music that's playing makes me feel like I'm watching a noir movie or something. I think it's like some sort of old movie. Okay, we're done. We're calling it. It's over. I'm done. I'm hitting save, and we're moving on. Because I'm circling the drain here, just circling. So never touching this project again. I'm calling it done. There's a lot wrong with it, but oh well. We'll move forward. Another one, and I'm just gonna say another one under the belt. Boom, because it's done. Even if there's stuff left, we're done. It's over. Let's move on to a new project. I already prepped the project. That's how excited I was to move on from this. So we're gonna save this. We saved it. We're gonna open the stream here. Okay. Let me open up another Blender. There we go. And let me close this one. Okay. Bye-bye, Cyberpunk girl. I bid you adieu. Alright, so I think I'm gonna, for this artwork, let me just talk it out loud real quick. For this artwork, I went to an oddities expo yesterday, an oddities and unusual things expo. I don't know what it's called. And there was a lot of like taxidermy stuff, like raccoons that are like, you know, taxidermy stuff. Bones. You can just buy a bag of bones for $5. They don't tell you who the bones are or where the bones came from. No, it was good taxidermy. It was very good taxidermy. I just made that face because the raccoon was in a position where it was funny. He was like flicking people off. Yeah, curiosities and oddities. So like, there was like, you know, little mice that were dressed up in like little tutus and stuff. Yes, like your friends are, and I do remember. Yeah, exactly. So I went to one of those expos, and it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of interesting stuff, and I had a little bit, got a little inspired by there. So I wanted to do kind of like a low-hanging fruit artwork and related to like some gothic-y, but very colorful art. As you know, I do like my colors, because colors are fun and gritty is boring. But yeah, so gritty is boring. So I got 3 assets that I'm gonna make. It's, like I said, some low hanging fruit. It's a skull of 3. I got 3 different skulls, and then I got some butterflies and some flowers, and we're gonna make like a super vibrantly geometric type of color stuff with that. Yes, Tim Burton meets Miami Vice. Exactly right, you know. And I got 3 assets. I hope I can finish it in one sitting. It's gonna be much simpler than that cyberpunk scene. That cyberpunk scene was like a lot of stuff going on. I had the buildings and the bike and the girl and the character and the armature and the this and the that and the other thing, and I don't know. I think that's why I got like bored with it, because like there's a lot going on and I just lost the motivation to continue and stuff or whatever for it. And that's why it's done. As you guys saw, I finished it. No notes. Hold your notes. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So let's go through the assets that I have, and we'll start building up a super colorful, simple skull flower thing that maybe uses some geometric shapes and stuff. So let's do that. So the first thing we'll go through are the skulls. So we got skull number 1. Let's see. Hold on, let me set up my camera. I think I want this to be vertical. So we'll do 1080 by 1920. It's not good for YouTube though. YouTube wants that rectangle, but that horizontal rectangle. Let's do 1350. Yeah, we're gonna do something like this. We'll move the camera. We'll hit the G. We'll hit the Z, and we'll bring it down. We'll also bring the camera back. GY. Why is it taking so long? Hold on. GY. There we go. Y. You know what? Since we're doing more geometric, we're gonna do 100. 100. And we'll move it back. Okay, there we go. I guess I'm already trying to think of composition. So yeah, it's gonna be something like this, where the skull's floating in the middle, and there's stuff happening with some flowers and some stuff. Okay, so we got this first skull here, and let me get in close here, and let me... Oh, we got no lighting for it. Let me change the color here, a little bit more vibrant. Okay. What is the size of like a movie poster? What's the ratio on that? Anyway, so yeah, we got the skull. I got all these from CG Trader, bunch of free stuff, and I literally type in skull on free, so I downloaded them. So we got a skull. We got a ram's head. That could be cool, and then we got a crow, and I think they all look pretty cool. Let's see them all at the same time. All right, so we got the three skulls. So I think the one on the left is interesting because you can put a bunch of flowers blooming from the back. The ram skull, obviously, that's just some classic skull stuff there. And then we got, I think, a fictional skull. It's called a demon skull. So I assume they just got like the face of like the top half of like what looks like a cat, maybe. Saber-toothed tiger, some sort of feline. And then they put horns on it. I think that's what they did. Kind of looks like it. No, maybe it's not a cat. Copilot tells me promo posters are 27 by 40 inches. All right, let's see what that looks like ratio-wise. Thank you for looking that up. I appreciate it. So 27 by 40. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to type in 2700 by 4000. 2700 by 4000. Yeah, I think that's good. Yeah, we'll do that. That's a good ratio. Thank you for looking that up. I think the ratio works better. Okay, cool. Let's bring the camera a little back too. Okay, cool. So let's see. Let's make a decision here. I don't think the demon skull's working for me. So that one's going to be gone. And it's mostly not working because the face, I don't like the skull portion of it, funny enough. The bottom half, not the horns. I like the horns, but that's okay. Maybe we could do both. We could do like a crow one and a ram one. I think we're probably going traditional ram, but maybe we could do something with the crow afterwards. Because the crow's head looks pretty cool. I think it has all these indents on it. I don't think that's a material. Okay. Yes. So let's do a raven skull. Maybe we'll do something else later. So let's do this. We'll move this into its own thing. We're We'll hit a new one, and then we'll hit a ram skull. Getting Plague Doctor vibes from the Crow Skull, which could be cool. I just don't have... I'll have to look for some other assets, because when I think of the Plague Doctor, I think of some other stuff that could be cool. So we will see. So we'll do Rem Skull. We'll put that in that collection. We'll put it with the skulls here. The Plague Doctor would be cool though. Like, when I think of the Plague Doctor, what else? Hold on. I'm gonna Google what other assets I would like to have. Plague Doctor. Yeah, it'd be cool to see. The Plague Doctor has kind of like a hat, which would be cool. Maybe some like gas mask situation. The glowing eyes would be cool. Somebody has like glowing eyes on a Plague Doctor. So like I said, this could still work. And it is like about death, right? Like that's what a Plague Doctor's for, right? Like they come around when people are dying and they're like, stuff is happening. Like I said, I think we're gonna end up doing both. So the Plague Doctor's cool. I wish it had horns. Maybe we just add horns to it. It's a bird with horns. Let's see how it would look. I'm gonna move this back. It looks weird. It's like you've never seen a bird with horns, right? Maybe it could be cool. Or maybe it's too cliche post-COVID. COVID changed everything. Post-lockdown. Yeah, it could be a little post-lockdown cliche. But that's what the flowers are for, to juxtapose. Okay. All right, we're probably going to do both. I'll start with the ram though. Speaking of COVID, I got clipped by it this weekend. Was that the first time you having COVID? Did you last this long without getting it, or is this like another time? All right, so what we're gonna do is let's get some good lighting or some better lighting here. No, it's my second time. It sucks regardless. Getting COVID is terrible. First time was November last year. Yeah, COVID sucks. I think me and my wife got COVID in the beginning, and we had a very terrible time. Oh, forgot to put on my screencast keys. There we go. Didn't hit quite as hard this time around, thank goodness. Yeah, right? That's always good. I'm glad that it didn't get you. Cause like, it's like, aren't we done with this? That's what it feels like. All right, I have a plugin called Lighter. I like it. It adds lights, and then I can randomize them and choose a look. So that's what we're gonna do. And this is just a lighting setup, just so I can work through and work with something right now. So let's pick these 4 colors. We're gonna choose. I guess it's part of life now. Flu, COVID, the mumps, the whooping cough is coming back. We'll do a ram skull. We'll light it up. Testing. Maybe I was covering my microphone. Hold on. Can you hear me now? Testing. Well, hopefully it's now. Okay. It was you. Good. Phew. Because it seemed like everything was working here. All right, so I got some lights here. Let's bring them a lot closer. Oh yeah, my audio driver sometimes bugs out and then I can't hear anything. All right, we got some lights. And what I'm gonna do is crank up these numbers by a ton. So let's just add in a 0 to all of it. We add in a 0. We'll add in a 0. We'll add in a 0. And we'll add, this is gonna be super bright, and a 0. All right. Cool. Let's go through all the light options and see what we get. This is gonna be kind of colorful. I like this. Is this the blue one? Yes, it's the blue one. We're gonna choose some more saturated colors. Like a red color there. I can't see this one. Where is this one? Oh, no, it's because I only have 3 lights. Let's do 4 lights. There we go. Let me bring this back down to 812. Okay. So it's looking pretty interesting. Once again, this is not like some final lighting I'm looking for. I'm just looking for some working lights. This is me setting up the construction site, putting up them floodlights so I can get something to look at while we work through this. Let me put this to 50. And let's add in some stuff here that I usually like to do. We'll put in the bloom, but we're not going to do a lot of bloom yet. Screen's place for reflections. High quality normals. For the shadows, we'll put 24 by 1024, blah, blah, blah. And then for the background, we're actually not going to do transparent. I like the setup here, so we'll keep it to this for now. So we can work through some other stuff or whatever. So, and there we go. So let's work. The first thing I want to do is either the background or the coloring of this particular. Let me take off these lights for now. Yeah. All right, and then probably work on the lighting. And let me hit save. I'm either gonna work on the material and or the background. So let's work on the material, and let's take off the background light. So we'll hit 0. We'll put 0 on that. There we go. All right, so let's work with the materials. Let's just do that. Let me put this on a UV map here. Let's see what we're working with. I downloaded this from CG Trader, and yeah, to make these materials. So let's organize these all these nodes. Let's organize this. I think there's a button to organize nodes. Totally forgot what it was. Let's just organize these nodes, because whoever made this was a little messy. Okay. Do this. This is like my main. This is like one of my main. I love nodes and stuff. It makes understanding what's happening easier. But sometimes if you get too complicated, this shit's like a mess. Like I spend a lot of time sometimes like just cleaning up nodes when I import something, just so I can like use it properly. All right, we're gonna do this. We'll make something here, do this. There we go. Put this above. Do something like this. Bring this in. Ah, much better. Alright, that's the horns. Now let's fix the skull. Like this thing has like a normal map. There's no normal map attached. Like, what is that? Anyway. Put this up here. Oh my god, what is happening here? This. Oh, what is happening? I bet you a lot of this is unnecessary. We're gonna find out. Okay, there. We'll get these guys. We'll put this up here. What is this? If I cut this. Oh, I see. It has a color. This one. Okay, that's what's happening. We'll erase this. Alright, let's see how this is working. Put this here and put this here. If I erase this, nothing changes. Okay, we'll erase that. Unnecessary. Next. Put this down here. There. Okay. I think we're almost done here. Okay. Riveting stuff there. Okay, so let's look at the skull. So what we have is a principal shader, and the main color is coming from two different mixtures of the vertex colors, which I think that's what this COL is, the vertex colors, and it's being mixed very lightly actually with ambient occlusion. And if I remember correctly, the ambient occlusion in Eevee doesn't work the same, right? So like, so if I were to just skip all of that and just go straight with the vertex colors, and see the difference. It's very slight. Like if we zoom in. All right, let's change some ambient occlusion. I remember just having so much issues with the ambient occlusion in Eevee. Let's see. Is it this? Okay, I see it now. Oh, okay, and it's super light, right? So that's coming from, what is this? Is this the color of the ambient occlusion? Yes, it's very light because this, hold on, I gotta put in an indicator here, text indicator, okay. All right, let's see what this is, what is happening here? All right, so this, all right, so this is the ambient occlusion going through. It's getting the coloration from this, okay, and then it's getting a noise texture, which is there. It's such a subtle thing here. There, and if we change this to constant, we can figure out what's happening here. All right, we can see it on the edges of the eyes. What a weird, it's a weird mix here. Multiply, yada, 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 yada. Okay. I think it's interesting. It's very subtle. You could kind of tell it changed different colors when you could move it there, but then we can make it really dark. Alright, what if we did something crazy? What if we added this? Alright, it makes the eyes darker, which is neat, and it gives it that purple tint that's coming from here. Alright, so we can pick the kind of the colors of the shadow there, which I kind of like. So we'll keep it like this. And then what if we added this one? Now you can really see the tint change for the whole thing. Okay. Cool. And then for this one, it's a mix between these two, which is like what, the texture and the vertex color. Cool. What if we hit add? How about overlay? It's making it so dark. Let's do linear light. Dang, look at that. Looks like a demon. Makes it look real dirty. All right, what if we just did something? Let's see what if we did a shader. We'll do a principal shader, and we just use a principal shader with the vertex colors, right? Honestly, we're gonna simplify all of this. We're not using any of this. It's a little overly complicated for what I need. Cool, and then I think it had a something here, a subsurface, and it uses the mixture of two different colors, which is kind of cool, from the vertex color and all this bullshit or whatever, right? So like the factor is that yada yada yada. Okay, so let's just give this a mix, and let's add the subsurface color and see if we can make it a more abnormal, brighter color. So that'll be under weight here. No, right? That's what they have it? Oh no, under radius. Under radius. Alright, let's put some extreme colors here. Put the weight up high. And let's do red. Is anything happening here? And then we'll do multiply. We'll do skin. There it is. This shit looks like it's see-through now. Not see-through, but like that ambient occlusion. It's because of the two colors we have. Let's see. Let's pick some other colors here. It kind of gives it a weird, an interesting but weird look. It's because of the scale though. Like, probably subtly we'll just add in a couple there. Super small stuff. And honestly, I'll do an input RGB, color RGB, right? Color RGB. I think this whole mix thing is not making sense to me. So we'll pick radius, and then we can pick the color, right? Because if we change it now, you'll see that it'll have different colors for this. And I think that's good. I think that's all I really need. Get some control here. All right, and then for the shininess, make it metallic, make it metal, reflect the world. I'm just kidding. But I just want to see what that looked like. So for the roughness, we'll make it light there. For this color that we got here, let's see what it looks like. Also, let's bring down this scale. It's way too much. Maybe 2. Five. We'll do 5 for now. Okay. the subsurface giving it an interesting look, which I think is fun. Okay, so we're getting closer and complicated this whole texture much easier, because that thing was overly complicated. Okay, cool. So we got that. We got the subsurface. Got the roughness. If we did just random walk, let's just do random walk, or maybe burly, whatever. Doesn't matter. Specular. Kind of cool. I like it. We'll just keep it at the number that we had it. What is it? 0.5? Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay, so there we go. So another thing we're going to add here is the ambient occlusion. And we can just control it right from here, right? That's what we can do. Like if I put the distance up. Oh my god, nothing looks like it's changing. Do I have to force the ambient occlusion? Hold on. Ambient occlusion. Let's see. I mean, it kind of gives it an interesting look. We'll bring it there. We could also bring it stronger. Let's do a color ramp. Yeah, we could do a cool ambient occlusion. Let's flip these. Oh, look at that. That looks gnarly. Yeah, so yeah, we could do a color, right? Nope, wrong one. This one. Yeah, we could do like the inside colors. Could look interesting. We'll keep it white for now. And that's how we'll use it. So let's connect it back. Also, does this affect it? No, right? Like if I take this off. Also, I need to have ambient occlusion on for that node to work, which I don't know. To me kind of feels confusing because we have a distance here that nothing happens, but then the distance changes here. It's kind of dumb. Okay, this is fine. We'll keep ambient occlusion on. We'll use that, yada, 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 right? So we'll connect this there. Now that we have ambient occlusion, we can add and mix these, right? So we'll get this and we will mix, we'll mixy mix. We'll do a little mixy mix. These two together, and we'll see what we're doing here. That's an interesting look. And by mix, I didn't mean mix, I meant multiply. Multiply. We'll reverse this. And now you can see the ambient occlusion is kind of being applied there. And then we can choose the color, right, of the ambient occlusion. I think we can. There it is. Gives me a little control over like the eyes and the stuff that's happening there. So I'm just adding this as a control for me for later, because I'm gonna want it. I'm gonna need it, I mean. Pretty cool. Let's do what I was doing, multiply. Okay. Cool. So there we go. We got an interesting setup here. There's probably something else I want to add to this, which is the ambient occlusion's all fine and dandy. I love my gradients, so I'm eventually going to add in a gradient color in relation to the elevation of the skin, the texture here, because this is like a weird material. I know it doesn't look like bone, and I don't care. So let's do the same thing for this horn and see what we get here. So let's go here. We'll go to horns. This looks like they're doing the same kind of complicated node setup here, and it's just kind of hard to, I don't know, figure out what the hell's going on. So I'm just gonna erase it. Copy this one and erase this one. And then change some of the settings so it makes more sense. Like this can be dark. This could probably not have subsurface. This could probably be, no, this could be shinier. This could have no subsurface. We could take the roughness, different scale here. All right. We could probably add in a color brightness and contrast. Let's see what happens if we add some contrast to this. Kind of like it. Honestly, making them black is probably the way to go, which is what we're doing here. I think we're adding in that red ambient occlusion stuff. I think if we change this color, yeah, we are changing it. I kind of like the subtle control, so we'll leave it, but we'll just leave it black. And we'll call this, honestly, what if it was just black? What if we just made it black instead of white? Is that any different than what I'm doing here? No, it's not. It's not doing anything different because I made it black. So, is there anything happening with this? Hold on. Oh, it just kind of makes it a lighter color. Okay, we're gonna keep this simple. We have a whole setup. It's black. It's fine. It doesn't matter. All right, so that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. Now let's set up like a preliminary background for this. We're gonna do gradients. I love me some gradients, gradients, gradients. We're gonna go to the world tab. We're gonna go to the world. We're gonna see our nodes. Control T. Add in all the stuff that we need. Delete the texture. Add in a color ramp. Yada yada yada. Put it in. Nothing's happening. We'll put it up to 1. We'll see that the world is all topsy-turvy. We'll do object, is it? And then we will rotate it. I forget what, I haven't done this in a while. There we go. Hold on. All right, so it's not the Y. I think it's on the Z. We're gonna put this to constant, and we're gonna put this to 0.5. Just want to see where this line is at. You can see it kind of lights up the... there's something I'm doing wrong here. Hold on. Is it vector? Okay. Oh, I forgot how to do this. Okay, so we'll go to point. We'll go to generated. Coming in from an angle. It's not the X. There it is. We're going to the white. It kind of lights it up. It's kind of neat. Is it vector? Hold on. There was a way that this made mathematical sense. I can already do what I want to do. I just want to do it a way that the numbers that it shows me, it corresponds to what I'm looking at. I mean, because this, I would always have to do it at a 45-degree angle, yada yada. Texture, is it normal? It looks like a brand label almost. We're almost there then. Okay, so it's gonna be a brand label for a flowery lavender gin. It's gotta be called Ram. Come drink some Satan juice. Come drink nature. Drink Ram. Alright. I guess I used to do it by window. This is interesting. Why is it at a 45? Alright, I'm getting caught up on these dumb details. I'm just going to do it the way... I'm just going to keep going. So it's at a diagonal. I can't tell you why it's at a diagonal, so we'll move it 45 degrees. Now you can see that when we go up and down, we control the gradient going from the top to the bottom. That's easy to see. So we'll put it at 0, which is about halfway through. You can see that in the world, the top of it is that, and the bottom is black. That's good. Now we can change this back to linear. And then we got our gradient, but you can't see it. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to constant. Here's the gradient. There it is. We'll put it down 2 meters. Now we'll go back to linear. Now we'll put it 2 different colors so we can see what the heck is going on. Let's do some cotton candy colors for now. And then let's see where this gradient is. There it is. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. Okay, so we can see the gradient is good, but we don't. What was I gonna say? We want it to be stronger. So I'm gonna use a math node, and I kind of forget where I put the math node, but either before or after the ramp. Let's see. Before the ramp. This is the Miami pastel part. Yes. Sure is. There we go. We can control the gradient before. Let's see what it looks like afterwards. I'm going to mute it, duplicate it, put it afterwards, unmute it. Oh, that's right. It like flattens the color. So it's definitely before. We'll do this instead of power, which is like what's been doing pretty good. I think divides pretty good, and then we have to control where it is. Yeah, I think power is what I want. There we go. Got a gradient there. We'll hit clamp. If I added in another one, hold on. Let's see. Okay, cool. Doesn't matter. If we change this to B-spline, let's see how this looks. Looks pretty good. Now we can change these colors and have a little bit more control. And bring this gradient a little bit further down. We can lessen it. Let's do it 10. That works. There we go. All right. Still, once again, this is something that we're just going to work through in the sense of like the background. This isn't my final colors. We're just setting all the dominoes in place so we can easily switch them out and stuff. So I like the way it reflects on the skull. It's actually we're getting there. We're getting closer. All right, so we'll probably end up changing these colors, but let's do a couple tricks for this background. Right now the background's affecting the skull a lot, but we can make it not affect the skull. It could just be a background back there. I love how light and candy like this gets. It's like super sweet, literally, like not literally, but like candy. It's kind of nice. I like it. I like it. Okay, so we'll put this back down to 1. We're gonna do a mix shader. Let's go home. We'll do a shader. Mix shader, we'll add that in. Beautiful. We'll do an input camera. No. What is it? It is a light ray. So it's a light path. We'll do the first one. We'll put it there. Now, you can see, I'm going to make another one of these guys. We'll duplicate it. Add it into the bottom here. Nothing has changed, but now, I'm going to disconnect it. But now I can, the background is black, but it's still being affected like if it's being colored. So if I switch these, we could start really like adding a nice gentle lighting to everything here, which is kind of cool. But if I probably want it in reverse. What if it was like this? So it's just the background and then lit by the lights that we have already. So that could be cool. If I turned off the lights, let's see how much the lights are doing here. Oh, the lights are doing a lot. So, yeah, without the lights, it's kind of like this strong, super contrasty color. So we'll bring back the lights. Lights are good. Lights are good. Yeah, so for this, I'm doing it this way so I could just have a little control, even though it's the same. But if we wanted to change the background, we can make it so it doesn't affect the coloring of, so they're unlinked essentially. We can have a little bit finer control. Cool. So this is what we'll continue to work with. I think we're getting closer and nicer and super nice. So we'll keep it going. All right, so now we got our skull, we got our background, we got some color setups, we got some nice little colors being lit off here, which is cool. You can see that this model was like 1,000,000 polygons. I had to decimate it so it wasn't ridiculous, because I'm not dealing with high poly nonsense. Okay, so if we added in a couple, let's put in the subdivision surface. Let's see if it loses any details. Blender's kind of slowing down on my end. I wonder if it's like affecting my stream. I shouldn't have done this. This is gonna crash. Bum 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 bum. It's frozen. Bum 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 bum. My stream, no, please. Okay. All right, so it kind of smooths it out. I'm gonna disable it real quick. I'm gonna save so we can continue here. But with it, it kind of smooths it out. It kind of looks nicer. I just saved. Good call. Yeah, I'll probably turn on the subdivision at the end. It kind of loses some of its like this highlight here. So if it's far away, I don't think it really matters, but like there are some details being lost through this. So I'm not sure if we'll use this or not. Which is interesting. Cool. I love how soft it is though. We will keep it off. We'll save. All right. Cool. We got our background. We got a skull. Let's now add in the next element before we start playing with stuff. Blah, blah, blah. The next element are going to be the flowers. So we got 2 flowers here. They're really tiny, you can't see them. So let me go into the flowers here. Let's bring out the flowers. So I'm going to select it, select hierarchy, and let's look at them from the front. They're super tiny. Let's do Alt G, grab on the Y, bring them right in front, and we're going to just size them up until they make sense. All right. So the flowers are right now, I think the materials aren't set up, so we're going to have to do some material setup. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring these guys down for now, and we're going to I don't know, start fixing the materials. I think they have multiple materials. We got petal 1, petal 2, petal 3. We got the stems, which I think I might make invisible. So let's go to the stem. We'll keep everything, and if we did something where we just made it transparent, so we'll do a shader. Nope, we're in the wrong tab here. There we go. Oh, so these materials have nothing on them. There's like jack squat. There's nothing on these. Let's see the UVs for these puppies. Looks like all the petals are set up correctly from that mess that we were just looking at. So let's start setting up some shaders. For right now, I don't want to think about the stem, so we're going to do shader, transparent, and add it there. And then it turns out black, because in Eevee, you have to tell the material that it is the blend mode transparent. Now it's gone. And there we go. Even though they're technically still there. Like if we select this, you can see that it's being held. It's being held there, which is fine. So, cool. We got the stems. Now let's do leaf petal 1. And this is where we're going to start doing some gradient stuff. So let's see what we got here. Let's make it an emissions for right now, so I could see it very clearly. Shader emissions. Put it in there. Neat. So it looks like these are like the outer ones. So let me just color these so I can see them. So these. Oh, excuse me. So these are blue. Petals 2. Copy this. Petal 2 are the next ring in. Neat. And then petal 3 is even further in, right? Nice. So we have some control over kind of like the overall look of these guys. So that's neat. So let's go to these petals and figure out if I'm able to do a gradient on them. So we'll start with these blue ones. And let's see if I can do my tried and true method of gradients. So let's do, hit Control T. Erase the texture. Add in a color ramp. Put in the color ramp. Alright, these are UV'd. So that's cool. It looks like the gradients are, and I'm going to put a more stark color here. So let's put blue and then green, like some ugly ass colors here. Red and blue, I should say. So it looks like the gradients, honestly, I should just make these invisible because they're actually like ruining my vision. Transparent. We'll make sure to make these blended, and then we'll make these transparent as well. Transparent. And make sure to put alpha blend. Okay. All right, so I erased all the petals on the outside. Okay, it looks like the gradients are going from right to left, and I probably want the gradients to go from like the inside to the outside, which would look nicer, I think. Some of them actually are. No, they're at a 45-degree angle, so let's see if we can fix some of that. If we rotated them, right, let's see. Yeah, let's rotate this 45. And let's put this to a constant. And let's see where they come from. Alright, so the gradients, it's hard to tell if you don't know what you're looking at. Let me put the wireframes on these puppies. Let's put it on one of them, like this one. Let me just look at one of them, actually. Huh? How about that? There we go. And let's put the wireframe on here. So we'll go on to, what is this tab called? Object, viewport display, wireframe. Oh, the wireframe's ugly. I can't work with it. No, maybe I can. Okay. Or is it edges? How about edges? Texture space. All right, we'll do wireframe. All right, it looks like each of the petals are correct now. Like if you move them, they go in from the bottom and they seep out to the ends. And I think that's what we want. So luckily all the UVs are set up this way. And that's good. That's exactly what we want, right? Yes. All right, so now that we know it's 45-degree angle and we know that the gradient's working, we'll put this back to linear. And now we can move this and then set a math node, converter math, change this to power, and we can really, now the gradient's messing me up. I mean, now the wireframe's messing me up. And now we can move this, right? Like if we put a high number, we can get the gradient to be like super, super strong. Let's take off the wireframe now. Okay. Okay, I think I'm pretty set now. Now I can start messing with all the petals and all the colors. And I think we should probably put ambient occlusion on here. Oh, it's already on. Cool. And then we'll take it off of emissions, and we'll start working with this now. So we got this, we got that. Instead of emissions, we're gonna do color, shader, principal shader. We'll put that in. There we go. See, then we can start really controlling now that it's being lit by the lights that we have. This is one of the darker ones, so let's do one where it's actually lit a little nicer, like this one. Oh, since I'm soloing it, it's not getting all the lights, so let's... Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, right now this plugin, the lighter plugin, I'm just gonna make these real. So release the lights. There are the lights. And now I should be able to solo this. This one. There we go. Okay, these shadows looking a little weird, so let me make sure that my settings for shadows are good. Shadows, we'll do high, 2048 by 2048. How about the highest? 4096 versus 4096. Oh jeez. Soft shadows, hard shadows. Alright, we're gonna break it down. I don't think it's gonna be that big a deal right now. Oh, we'll do high bit depth though. I think that'll help me there. Okay, so Okay. So yeah, so we got the color down, which is pretty good. And we can always mess with where it goes and have the gradients really go out. Like if we put it to the power of 3, we can make a real subtle gradient there where these colors look a lot better. Now I'm curious about this ambient occlusion that we were doing earlier. Let's see, it is shader. Nope. Input, ambient occlusion. Let's see what it looks like on this. Let's make it a dumb color like red. And let's bring the distance up, which is nice. Kind of adds in a thing there. We probably should put it through the AO. There you go. Let me just go back to this, and then we'll start mixing in. This will be like a third color we mix in. Distance is pretty far. Let's bring it. Yeah, like right here, we're just getting the tips, which is kind of cool. Right? So we'll do these little tippy tips, and then what if this could be rad? This could be so rad. We could mix the tips with something glowing. So let's go into shader, emissions. We'll do a mix shader, right? Boom, boom. Put that there. We'll put the emissions right now like something vibrantly red. This AO can go into the factor. This goes into the second one, and then we can have the tips of the flowers be different colors. So, oh, right now it's in reverse. Let's reverse this. There we go. And now we can have the flowers glow from the tips. From the tips. So that's cool. We're setting this up pretty gnarly. Obviously nothing is final, but we can change the colors. We can then, you know, have more of a surreal, like, interesting thing, and then we can really control like having these tips here. Kind of gives it a little bit of detail. You know, and then if we switch these, what's this look like? This makes it glow from like the inside, which also could be cool. We'll definitely play with a lot of this stuff later on. And if we just made this the 0 saturation, 0 hue, and we just controlled it by this distance, yeah, we could just kind of control like the lights there, which are pretty cool. So let's right now just control it by the tips. And let's put it a color that's very similar to what we have. Like maybe this blue, you can hover over it, Control C. Oops, Control C, not V, and then Control V. All right, we'll put this down to 1. We're adding some control here. And also we could do is we can go crazy here. We can like give the edges gradients too, which I love. So I'm gonna just duplicate these nodes. And let's see where we can do this, because right now, since the edges are at the end of the UVs, I don't think it makes much sense. Let's see. Oh, it's not moving. Hold on. Maybe this is not acting the way I want it to. Let's see. There it is. You get multiple colors. You can really tell the colors if we just hit it to constant. And you can see, hold on, let's see. I just saw it. There it is. Oh man, you can add a lot of good stuff on this. There could be different edges with different sides, right? Put it back to linear. All right, we hit bring up the power, bring it out. Oh yeah, this could be like pretty rad. This is already gonna be pretty cool. What's interesting is when I zoom out, it doesn't glow. Right, but if I zoom in, now it's like the difference between these zoom levels, like this zoom level is nothing, and then this zoom level has a glow. I wonder if that has to do with like the camera or like this ambient occlusion button. Or something. Something's happening here. So weird. Like right here, I'm looking at it and it doesn't have it. But this one does. Weird. Weird, weird, weird. I wonder what blender quirk is that is. Anyway. Anyway. So instead of emissions, I could also just do like a normal person. We could just put it onto this right here, and we can make the tips metallic or something. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, since it's not reflecting the world, there's no world. Yeah, we can make just the tips reflective. This is like pretty rad already. Okay, so for now, we'll continue on with the gradient making. Okay. This is cool. This is cool. All right. So I think we're pretty much set up how we want when it comes to the gradients of the flowers. Let's just keep it pushing. Let's keep pushing. So I'm just going to copy all of this. We're going to bring it on to the next petals. And we're just going to slightly alter the colors here, just so I can see the difference. And we're going to do that with a color, hue, saturation, value. And we're going to change the value holding shift. We can make these much bluer or nicer. Ooh, this green color. Make them nice and purple. There we go. There's some weird clipping stuff that I'm gonna need to fix soon. Let's see what it looks like here. Some clipping stuff. Oh yeah, it's clipping there, but it won't be clipping. Oh. So I need to make sure that these materials have, what is it, backface culling? No, not backface culling. I thought it had backface culling. No, they're just clipping. No, there's just something weird happening right now with this guy right here. There it is. It's because I had it to transparency. Okay. That makes sense. Alright, it's fixed. The issue's fixed. Cool. Okay, and we got those flowers. Now we'll copy all of these. We'll do the third petals. We'll make sure this is opaque. We'll delete. We'll add that. And we'll move these here. Put this here. And then we'll add in the hue saturation. And then we can change the inside colors to something else. I always like boosting this up to 2. But then we can really like choose like a brighter color for the center. And then now we have a gradient within a gradient within a gradient within a gradient within a gradient. I just pick a bright color here. We'll just do that. Cool. So we're controlling these pretty good. So the petals are good. The stem is gonna stay invisible. And now we'll copy the same for the leaf, except this time we will choose green colors. So let's see what the green colors look like. Let's just choose fully green. I'm just curious. Is there another leaf? Oh, there is another leaf. All right, we'll copy this. We'll put the leaf, we'll delete, we'll put it there. The green is too green. So we'll fix the green and make it so it matches better. Adoy. Let's see how the gradient's working on it. So we're gonna add in a harsh color like green and red or something. We'll put this to constant and we'll see what it looks like when we move it. Cool. So it goes from the tip to the end. So that works out. So we'll put it like right down to the middle of the leaf. I don't know, somewhere around there. We'll put it back to linear. We will put that power. We'll switch this over. Maybe lower the power. Switch this over. I don't like how worn out the colors look, so we'll add in a hue saturation and just bring up the value to 2. That basically just kind of boosts the saturation and the value and the brightness and stuff. It's mostly what we want. Okay, cool. Now that we have these weird colors, red and yellow, we can actually pick some colors that we can work with, that I want to work with, I should say. Maybe they could be like a blue. We could reverse these. Good, like a soft, like some soft colors here. Yeah, super soft colors. Ooh, wait. I thought this was a different color. Oh, I see. I see what's happening. Really, I want this color right here. But yeah, like they start off green, give you the semblance, but then they kind of go off to like a blue. I may even just get rid of these. We'll see how I like them. Like if we made them invisible, probably wouldn't hurt anything, right? Let's see. Shader transparent, add it to that, and now they are gone. To the first one. Let's make them invisible for now, but we have them set up so they're ready to go, just in case. We'll test it after we start assembling them. We'll go to shader, transparent. Well, bam. Okay, we got some invisible leaves here. Feeling good in the neighborhood. If we add in a subsurface division, let's see how much detail it loses. Yeah, I'll probably end up using it at the end. It actually makes it look much smoother. Once I combine everything and put it together, that's what we'll do. Okay, so we'll take out that subdivision. We know we'll add it later. We're feeling good about this bouquet. And if I turn on the other bouquet right here, let's see what it looks like. Oh, it is small. Nice. They apply to. They're all using the same material. So we're going to. We're gonna start figuring out where to put these flowers. So let's do that. Oops, that wrong. Let's bring out our first bouquet. A bouquet. We're gonna rename it something else. .000. So when I duplicate this, it'll just increment itself. Actually, I might just. We'll see. We'll see what I do. Do like a linked copy. Huh. All right. We're getting there. Let me take a breather here. A little bubbly break here. Let me think about what I'm gonna do here. Okay. I do like how the horns are going. I like the colors of everything going on. Definitely gonna mess with the colors a bit more. I like the soft look. I'm aiming for a soft color pastel look. What's interesting is that I really like the cotton candy colors, but I don't like cotton candy like directly, like, or at least cotton candy flavored things. Like if you ever had like cotton candy flavored gum, that's not a fun gum to eat. I don't enjoy it. You know, but the colors are great. I like them. It's a little typical, but I like them. All right, let me fix my microphone here. All right. Ever try that Thrills gum? Maybe it's a Canadian thing. It tastes like soap. Thrills gum. No, I have not. Let's see. Let me look it up. Thrills gum. Thrills. Might be a Canadian thing. Interesting. Quench gum variety pack. They're like purple. They kind of look like little soap packets. They're like chiclets. One of the first links is an article to like, why does Thrills gum taste like soap? Originally produced in London, Ontario by the OPG Company, the hockey card folks. Peppermint, spearmint, cacao were the lineup, with the latter being closest to soap flavor that was ascribed to it, enshrining it for decades. It's supposed to, traditionally this is a flowery licorice flavor, much like the breath mints Sen offers or British candies. Interesting. So they were aiming for flowers, but they got soap. Oh, so you're an album cover artist born in the wrong time. I probably am. I should just make album covers. Very famous artists, hire me to do your album covers. Thank you. All right, let's figure out what we're gonna do here. I wonder if I should meticulously place flower by flower, or if I should like just get a bushel and see if I could do this. Because if we make it huge. Oh, whoa. Why is this all the way back there? There we go. Maybe we'll do with fluid sim and it would drip blood. I thought at first you had to use ambient occlusion values to drive particle systems to control the flow and density and scales. No, I don't think I've used ambient occlusion to control that stuff. I mean, I guess that would just be done with like geometry nodes now. But I hate diving into those geometry nodes. Like, I like them and they're fun and everything, but when in chill streams like this, I'm like, ugh. I think what I'll do is I will Alright, I'm going to keep this to the side. Yeah, the old school particle system into geonodes is pretty massive leap for me. It's a gigantic leap. It's, honestly, geometry nodes really starts diving a lot more into, how do I say this? Like, the technical aspects of, like, 3D and stuff. Like, very technical stuff. Where eventually that gets boiled down, like, all that geometry node stuff. Like, people will make presets and groups and stuff. And then eventually we'll get right back to where we were before with the particle system we had before. And it's essentially how, like, I guess most software works, where like Cinema 4D has like the super technical stuff. It gets wrapped up in like an easy to use interface, and then you have your tool or whatever. MoGraph is what they call it, right? So it's like somebody just needs to make like the all-encompassing presets for geometry nodes for particle systems and stuff. Because people are doing some really fun stuff in those particle systems. Yeah, I think the main bit is understanding vector math. Yeah, vector math, a little bit of simulation stuff. And I've been reading up on it. And it can get, like, if you don't want to think that way, it's like very, like, it could be very discouraging, you know? Alright, so I'm just going to choose flowers here. And I'm going to do them one by one. Let me check the scale that I have here for them. Yeah, they're all scaled 0.015. I just gotta remember that so I keep the scales relative. And I'm just going to start picking different flowers, doing Alt-D, duplicating them, and then we'll figure out where we're gonna put them. I think the closest I got to understanding that was from Zan 3D videos. Yeah. Yeah, for me what usually happens is that I just don't want to think that way sometimes. I do a lot of hard thinking at work. So like, I don't want to just break my brain while I'm just trying to make some pretty art. You know what I mean? Like, I just kind of want to flow. All right. All right. I like that one. We'll do this one. This one's weird. It's like super wrinkly, maybe? Yeah, actually, we're just not going to use that one. That's an ugly one. Let's add in another one, though. Let's do this one. It could be the same thing for all I know, though, but we're just going to go Alt-D. There we go. We'll pick another one. Yeah, we're just going to meticulously place these. That's what we're going to do. So we'll hang out. I'll meticulously place these. I don't think I'm going to finish this on this stream, but that's okay. At least this is simpler. Simpler to deal with. Oh, we have some closed ones here too. What if these are just duplicates and I'm over here like... I know some of them are, like the closed ones are probably not duplicates, obviously. Some of these probably are. Let me get this one. Remember seeing a swim shower cap with flowers on like that. So when you're out there at the Y, you're blooming. You're a blooming onion. Let me rotate from the 3D cursor. Yep, that's gonna help me. So Ferd, you like Star Wars, right? I'm not. I think we've talked about this before. I'm not a Star Wars fan, but I'm not like, I don't hate it or anything. I'm just not. I'm just indifferent to Star Wars. But do you like all the Star Wars that's happening, like the Alkalite stuff? Been hearing a lot of mixed stuff about it, and I was curious what you thought. Was going on. You do like it, okay. I've been hearing the fan base like be mad at it or something. I think. I'm not sure. It's really hard to tell, really. It doesn't deserve all the hate it's getting. Nice. That's good to hear. For me, I was like, I just like that regardless, they're probably doing something different, right? Like, they're not... And I know it's not always a hitter, obviously, but I don't know. Trying stuff is good. Maybe. I don't know. Let's keep adding some flowers. Well, it's outside the Skywalker saga, which is, I guess, is the part that I like, honestly. Seeing as it takes place 100 years before the Phantom Menace, when there were no Sith. Yeah, there's just people that were mad. It's like, that's not our Star Wars. You're making the fans mad. So I'm glad some people at least like it, because I'm always appreciative when Star Wars does something different. I'm appreciative when any franchise does something different, because they should. The only reason we get the same thing all the time is because it makes money, and that's not how we should make art. It also bridges the High Republic stuff, which I don't follow at all, with the current stuff. Oh, the High Republic stuff, like the trade embargoes. the economic and diplomatic treaties between different alien species. Nah, all I know is that there's like a three-phase telling of the Jedi Order in the past, spanning back 500 to 1,000 years prior to the Phantom Menace, I think. And I think you're right. I think that's what I was reading as well. That is what I was reading as well. Because I think we're just going to get more Star Wars, you know? There we go. Bow, bow, bow. All right, let's keep it going here. We'll do this. I never got into the books, and that's understandable. But they're not canon. They're not part of the canon. And what few comic books I did read are non-canon now. Isn't like a lot of the books non-canon, or are the books canon? And the post-Disney books are canon. Oh. So they really tightened it up, huh? For anybody who's watching afterwards or during, this is just a tedious process. And that's why we're talking about Star Wars. And they always cherry pick stuff out of the non-canon EU stuff. They're like, I like this, I don't like this. For example, Thrawn was EU. They just retconned a few things. Interesting. And look, I don't know a lot about Star Wars. I just know Thrawn's the blue guy. He's blue. And we don't like him because he's blue. And nobody ever, and I heard that he's upset because nobody asked him why he's so blue. Okay, I'm just kidding. Did you watch Ashoka series? No. I did not. If anything, I just got like recaps. Unfortunately, not enough time. Not enough time. Indulge yourself sometime. There's some very good moments in it. I will. I'll put it on the list. Indulge. Indulge. I wonder if I could just duplicate all these. Let's do that. We're going to duplicate all these guys. We'll hit Shift D. Whoa. We'll move these over. We'll hit Control M. We'll hit X. That'll flip it. And then we can grab these. Oh, they're like flipped entirely. Alright, now we can just start fiddling with these. Go. Alright. Almost there. And now we'll start finagling. Do you often revisit Grease Pencil? No, I haven't revisited Grease Pencil in a while, but I definitely plan to. I mean, my long-term goal is always to like transition into 2D. I've been learning. I'm still teaching myself how to draw. I'm getting better. I don't post anywhere or anything, but like I'm learning my anatomy and character design and all that stuff, and I'm getting better. But I have yet to revisit Grease Pencil. But I definitely want to start incorporating it into I wanted to do it into the Cyberpunk gal that we were just doing, but I don't. But I got tired of it, as you saw, and I just did not want to do anything. Do you have anybody have updates on the Grease Pencil? Because yeah, I definitely eventually want to get to that. Get back to doing Grease Pencil stuff. Rearranging flowers. Rearranging flowers. I don't see as much buzz about it these days, but there's a cool grease pencil add-on. Quick vid by Pepe Schoolan. An add-on? Does it like improve the uh, the use of it? Basically, it helps clean up and color fill. Okay. I will definitely look into it. It's quite impressive. Oh, nice. So it's like a usability thing that it does. Makes it, I assume, easier and quicker to use. Niji's pen. Let me Google it real quick. Even got rigging on here. I'm looking through their demos. Thank you for sharing that. Add it to the list. Now that I'm getting back into the swing of things, huh? All right. Let me try something here. Now that we put a baseline of flowers, which are not final. Nothing is final. Let's duplicate the ram skull. Let's put the first one. And let's whip out the old trusty add-on. Cell Fracture. This brings me back. It is only on version 0.2. Not even updated in years, I assume. So let's see the old Cell Fracture. I forgot how to use it. Hold on. I think you just type in F3. We'll type in Cell Fracture. We hit the enter. Let's see. We'll do own particles, recursions, maybe not a lot. Okay, and then we'll just leave it as is for the most part. Let's see. Let's see if it does a thing. Truly thinking about it. Oh no, my stream is going slow. Blender's thinking way too hard on this cell fracture. Old Sketch and Scar. Also, Sketch and Scar is quite interesting. I think Spitfire uses Sketch and Carve. I think so. Oh, did it not break anything? Hold on. Oh, it didn't break at all. Okay. I wonder if this is like a non-manifold situation here. Alright, so I'm going to grab this. I'm going to hit, what is it, M? Nope, Control M? Control M. No. It's mesh. It's vertex. What's the thing that I want to do here? Merge by distance. Well, I guess there's not really that many. I think we're doing good then. Okay, okay, okay. Let's try cell fracture again. Maybe I need to do something else here. Let's do 200 particles. My stream should be lagging right now. I'm lagging, right? When I do this cell fracture, it takes up a lot of CPU. Oh man, it doesn't even do it all the way. Yeah, it like screws up halfway through. Unfortunately. I can't do the thing I want to do. Let's maybe tries the quads. Let's see if this helps. It makes your picture-in-picture video choppy sometimes. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do it one more time. See if maybe less particles will give me some, maybe a little noise. Go again. Let's see. I think it did everything but... Hold on. Okay, this may work. Let's put this into RAM fractured. All right. Let's erase the excess here. We got RAM fractured. Got our duplicate. Oh shoot. But our duplicate is filling in some of these gaps here. That's interesting. And if we select this fractured, we'll do individual elements and we'll change this to locations. Oh, that's not what I meant. Not individual elements. Take off individual active elements. There we go. And then locations. Oh man, I need it to be all fractured. Alright, so that's not working entirely as intended. Let's try one more time. I thought we were getting closer. Let's do 25. Let's add in 100% noise. No recursions. Take off sharp edges. Man, it almost gets it. It misses this one. Right, because if we erase it, oh, it misses the front too. I don't think we could use cell fracture then. I think it's this model's fault, but that's just me. 100. Maybe it'll work this time. Oh, nope, it did it. It almost does. Alright, I think we'll have to scrap that idea for now until I think of something else. Okay. I think I'm going to be ending this stream soon. I'm getting hungry. All right, let's add in some hipster geometric shapes. See if I like that. See how we feel. If not, I may just call it today and give it a think for next week. Just 3D Things looks beautiful. Thank you, Just 3D Things. I appreciate it. We're working through it. We're working through. Let's see what some glowing looks like in the eyes. All right, we will shrink this. Take this off, shrink. All right, we're gonna center our thing there. We're just gonna mirror it. Go from there. Volumetric with gobo lights. Volumetric with global lights. I'm not sure what you're asking. I'm not using volumetrics. And I'm just using normal lights. If that answers your question. Set origin to 3D cursor. Let's add in a emitter modifier. Got them both there. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Put an emissions on here. Little shader, little emission shader. Let's see how that looks. I don't like it. Looks okay. Looks okay. Let's do 2 emissions. Let's mix between them. Let's put it for now. I like layer weight. Let's try layer weight. Let's change the colors. Maybe like a blue. Let's do a blend. We'll do a color ramp. We will set constant. Put that here. Alright, we'll hit T. Do generated. There we go. We'll lower these to 5. We can kind of just see what's going on here. We'll set this to 45, is it? Or is it object? All right, set up that. We'll do 45 on this one. There we go. Maybe we can get some colors from front to back. Oh, they don't happen on both. I think we have to have them individually. I get the split eyes can happen. Oh, are they clipping here? Oh no, there's a hole in there. Let's do something different here. What if we did Fresnel and we took that off? I shouldn't have used an icosphere. I should have used a UV sphere. So then the UVs make more sense. Anyway, doesn't matter. So we'll do facing. I'm just playing around here with just some different ideas, but I don't think I like any of them, so it really does not matter. Let's go back. I think I overly complicated this. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this cursor to selected. That should place it in the middle. I'm going to delete these vertices. I'm going to add in a UV sphere instead. Shrink it down. Okay. And then connect this here. Put this here. We'll put the UV here. We'll put the constant. This. We'll see where it's coming from. Yep, at an angle. We'll take off the angle. Hold on, I can't see this. Hold on. Let's put this to 1. Oh, the UVs are messing up in a different way now. They kind of have like this little notch there. Yeah, it's a weird UV thing going on here. What happens if we do generated? We will apply this mirror, and then we will hit P and separate by loose parts. That should create 2 eyes. Now they should be identical. Okay. Now we can put this to 45. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. There we go. We can change this to linear again. Add the power. This is like the same thing I've been doing. Bring it to the top of that. There we go. Let's put some colors in here. So looks like that glow kind of like makes it lose its color. I remember there was a way to keep that. It was like some sort of trickery that I used to do. Let's make sure we make sure the color is hue, color, nope, saturated. There you go. All right, we'll just keep those for now. I'm not sure I love it. Let's save and let's switch to cycles. I'm just curious what this will look like, especially with the subsurface, like the light's gonna glow through the little socket. So let's go and do a render, and the render is going to be, let's say 200. We'll use a denoise. We'll use the GPU for the denoise, and then for the size, we'll do 50. Let's see what that looks like. the the subsurface scattering is pretty intense on the eyeballs. You can see like right with the light, you see right through it, which can work if it's just a little bit less intense, obviously, because they're way too bright. But that's neat. It's interesting how it looks like in cycles. Anyway, we'll go back to Eevee. That's now that. Okay. Cool. Maybe the next time when I run this again, this stream again, I'll add some another asset, maybe a snake or something of some sort. Because right now I just have like a butterfly, but what I'll do is I'll set up the butterfly and then I'll just call this stream there. We'll continue this again. So let me set up the butterfly. Actually, let me set up the petals again so they can glow instead. They can glow instead. Why doesn't it happen here? It's so weird. Yeah, we can make the tips of it glow. If I change this, nope, that doesn't change anything. Oh, harsh. Let's do inside. Probably put a color hue here. Hue, and we'll change the hue. We can change it to different colors. Fun stuff. I just do the colors. Okay, we're moving along. Okay, we're doing these colors, and then we should do it for the rest of them. So we'll just copy this. Oops. We'll copy this. Add this. This. And we'll do it for the next one. This, and this. I think it's getting a little too busy, but I have control over it. It's fine. Let's bring everything back to how it was. Maybe just the ones in the middle can have that. Neat, neat, neat. All right, let's add in a geometric shape here. And yeah, I'm getting hungry, so we're gonna be calling it soon. Calling it soon. Geometric shape. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add in a curve circle, and then I'm gonna go into the curve circle, go to geometry, and do extrude. Nope. Bevel. There it is. We get some thickness on there. We'll make a new material, call it geometric shapes. I just type in geometric. We'll go in a shader, emissions. Let's make this black, 0, add this, and then add in a Fresnel. Flip these. There we go. And then all right, now we can make this bigger. Alt G. Make this thinner. This music. I feel like I'm in the royal castle. See what this looks like in cycles, and then oh yeah, I think I'm calling it. Getting real tired, real hungry, and I want to see what it looks like in cycles because this ring would actually illuminate the it would actually illuminate. So for the skull, I just want to see what it looks like without it being this obnoxiously ridiculous. Under subsurface scattering. Alright, gonna hit save. Let's see what interesting lighting we can do here. Looks silly. But we're getting closer to some more stuff here. I think the glowing of the flowers would really work out well. We're gonna just make this invisible. And we're gonna go back to Eevee, and I think I'm calling it. There, we'll hit save for now. And we will continue this in the next stream. I want to thank everybody who showed up today. Ferd, thank you for providing excellent conversation. Chandana Vidambandana, thank you for being here. And Just 3D Things, thank you for showing up. I hope everybody had fun. I'm so happy I'm on a different artwork. This makes me feel much better. This eye candy, this cotton candy eye candy is looking much funner, much better. Not better, not to compare, but I'm having fun. So yeah. Oops, I'm ruining all this. Oh, we can make it even more colorful. This is cool. We'll shift D. Let's do. Ferd, don't even worry about. I think I'm gonna be out of town next week Sunday. I'll see if I can squeeze in a stream during the week. Unlikely, so I'm probably skipping next stream next Sunday because I'll be out of town. So yeah, I won't be doing the stream. Anywho, thank you Ferd again for the good times at the old Grease Monkey Royale. See you next time. Take care, everyone. Thank you, Ferd.